What a stunning venue. We are live at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a...
It's Carl the Cobra Froch, one of the greatest super middleweight champions of all time, fighting out of Nottingham, United Kingdom.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
And with that, let's go into the ring.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner,
one of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
People are arguing about this in the street, in the pubs, in the bars, and this is why it gets giddy, it gets exciting. The anticipation, second to none.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go. And there's the bell to start the round. You'd like to see more jabs. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Well, there's no business like show business, and this is the most unique play anyone will ever see in this theater, mano-a-mano.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. No rest for the weary.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punch. So close with that uppercut. Beautiful counter punch. Insane action. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope that...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And we may see an early stoppage here.
Oh, I heard that never, but I saw it.
It appears there's the... Oh, and they got rocked! What a moment this is!
His legs have gone, he's got to get a hands up. It's a fight.
And one of the all-time greats, Carl Froch, goes down.
The referee's counting, watching him close. Come on, make it, you can do it.
Pretty good start the first half of this round. Well, he's on his feet, but there's no way he's going to win this round now.
What resilience, to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect. He's up, but for how long? Look at it. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He's been knocked down, but he's not knocked out yet.
You've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
They ring the bell, and here we go. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Catch and shoot. And at some point, the corner needs to think about stepping in here.
Beautiful, sneaky shot to take his legs away from him.
It looks like he might not be as hurt as we thought. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn. Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven. They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Defense is not an option for these two. There's a counter shot. And that hook misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
Sluggers just want to mold you down. They want to walk straight through you as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
That counter punch caught him clean. Can't land the jab there. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fight has a real good flow to it. And he scores with the counter. Perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And we may see a stoppage here.
Does he know he's hurt him? Look at him. That back foot went. It completely shivered. Did you see that, Todd? One, two, three, four, five.
Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that. And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
How about that time counter shot? A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The courage on display here is incredible. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Hook misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is... They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That hook doesn't score. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
These two are the perfect dance partners. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them.
They're looking really close at this cut. Will the fight continue?
Are you okay?
A little bit of a surprise here as the referee says we can continue. They threw the hook, it didn't land. That counter shot lands. They're both trying for a knockout. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. And there's the bell to start the round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them. They may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because someone's going to get hurt and someone's going to react.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. So much firepower here. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes the night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here.
These days, where should he look? What should he do? Should he run? Should he try and hold on? Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know? Does he know he's even gone?
And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
They ring the bell, and here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This is a high-octane battle. Nice counter. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You don't want to trade shots. What a nightmare scenario!
He is absolutely gone. The referee's keeping a close eye.
back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Nobody home with that hook. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Can't score with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it.
And there's the bell to start the round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Swing and a miss with that hook. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Hey, those punches add up.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fight.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And now going for the finish.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know? Does he know?